Have you ever had it where you go and you do a bunch of typing, a Word document, a report, or even a letter, and you put your page breaks in where you want and everything's looking just great, and then you decide to make a change? Maybe it's an addition or deletion of a paragraph. Maybe you make the font bigger. And what happens to your document now? The pages are all messed up. Things are breaking in the middle of your paragraph. You might have a heading at the bottom of a page and then the stuff that goes with it at the top of the next. Ugh, that's just kind of nasty. So in this week's nugget, we're going to be looking at different ways of making your text stay together. So in this document, we've got a 3-pager. It's breaking not exactly where we want. For one thing, this numbered list here, I'd really like the points to all be on one page. And then also I've got some issues down at the bottom here where these paragraphs are breaking in the middle of a paragraph. So there's something called keep with next, and there's something called keep lines together. They sound like they're kind of the same thing, but they're actually not. They're actually a little bit different. A couple of things here. Whenever I do classes on Word, I always go up and click on this little guy here. This little guy here is my show, hide, paragraph marks, and other hidden formatting symbols. When I click on that, it tells me where all my tabs are, where my enters are, and I'm just quickly going to go over if I wanted to have it specifically break here. So I'm at the end of my document, maybe I hit enter an extra time, and I want a 4th page. The worst thing in the world I can do is hit enter a gazillion times. That is not going to help our situation later when we go to make changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go control enter. That creates me the 4th page at the top. It was so easy. And then it left me with a little page break code. And the page break code is easily deletable. If I change my mind, I just go in front of it, press delete, and now I'm back to 3 pages. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner. So if you're specifically wanting your page to break in a certain spot, that's what you would do. If I wanted William Bradley's paragraph to go to the next one, I would go in front of his paragraph. I would go control enter, and it moves wherever my cursor is from that point on. And it leaves me with a page break. I call that manual pagination. We're not going to have to worry about that. We're going to say, don't you ever break this paragraph in half, ever. So that's one of the commands, and it will adjust if it needs to. And the other one that we'll do are these ones. So we're going to do this one first. So actually, I think we want this whole thing to go together. Not just these numbers, 1, 2, 3. I don't like them split across 2 pages. But I think that the leading paragraph at the beginning, I think we would want that as well to go. So it says to accomplish the following, and then it lists 3 points. So what I'm going to do is select the 3 points as well as this one, as well as any empty paragraphs in the middle of that. Notice I'm not selecting this enter here. It's important they don't select too much. And then up here in our home tab where it says paragraph, right to the right of that, paragraph settings. And I click there, and at the top it says indents and spacing, and it says line and page breaks. Notice we have keep with next and we have keep lines together. I'm just going to say keep with next. Now you might think keep lines together. That makes sense. Keep these together. But keep lines together means within the paragraph. So remember the one at the end of the document where we had the paragraph was over 2 pages? That's keep lines together. And don't want to confuse them. That's why I'm not going to do that one right now. I'm just going to go keep with next. So this means keep each of the paragraphs that I have selected with the next one. And when I get to a paragraph that doesn't have this command on it, then it's okay to go to the next page. I hope that makes sense. So keep with next, click OK, and look what it does. It moves that whole piece to the next page because it can't fit the whole piece here. So let's test this. I'm going to select this paragraph, double click it, delete. Wow, the whole thing comes up. It says now I have room for it. I have room for the whole thing. It can come up. But look what's happened here. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like our commitment at the bottom of the page and then the stuff dealing with it at the top of the next page. So I'm going to select it, and I'm actually going to select the enter as well, the extra enter, because our commitment will go with that enter. that enter will go with the paragraph. So I'm going to do keep with next as well. So now those two paragraphs will always stay with this one. And I might consider doing that with all of my headings. I also might consider getting rid of this enter. It's just kind of confusing sitting there. And then I could get line spacing to give me the space. But that's another nugget. We cover all of this stuff in our word courses. Okay, so I'm going to go up to my undo and I'm going to delete everything that I've done so far in this document because I want to take it back to the point of having this paragraph split. And we're going to select it. Now, what would make sense? I think actually every single paragraph in this document should never break in half as far as the paragraph itself goes. It's okay for Adelaide Marks to be on a different page than Douglas White or William Bradley, but I would never ever want the paragraph to split across two pages like that. So I've actually done a triple click way over on the left hand side and I've selected everything. This isn't going to fix my 1 and my 2 and my 3. Really common that people get these mixed up. So I'm going to select them and I'm going to go paragraph. Notice how I got a bunch of black things here. It means, whoa, you have so much stuff selected. You've got some mixed settings going on here. And I'm going to say, I know, I just want to really enforce keep lines together. Leave everything else alone. Keep lines together. Now watch what happens to Douglas's paragraph when I click OK. It all goes down to the next page. Did it do anything with my 1 and my 2 and my 3? No. The only thing it did do is if by chance it is our mutual belief, maybe this 3-line paragraph, by chance if there was some paragraphs above it and it pushed it down, it wouldn't break the paragraph in half. It wouldn't break any of these paragraphs in half. Just like these ones over here. And they have the little square beside it indicating that there's been some type of pagination command done. Maybe it's keep with next. Maybe it's keep lines together. I can't tell unless I do a little bit of investigating. Now Shift F1 will bring me a reveal formatting box on the right hand side. And if I go down to paragraph here, I can see line and page breaks. Keep lines together. That's for the paragraph that I'm currently selecting. Keep lines together. This one, keep lines together. If I go up here on this 1, 2, 3 paragraph, keep lines together. If I said, I don't want those breaking across the pages, then I'm going to say keep with next as well as keep lines together. Now it says both of them just for that paragraph. And probably the potential to mess things up at the bottom are strong here because I've added some things at the top. So what's going on down here now? Nothing. Remember Adelaide was at the bottom of page 2? Well, it doesn't have room for Adelaide at the bottom of page 2 anymore. So it moves her whole paragraph to the top of page 3. If I said this person here, I'm going to delete them. Now there's room for Adelaide on the bottom of page 2, so it moves her up there. So think about all of the different documents that you might do that you want to force to never break across the pages. There's actually a similar idea that you can do in tables. We covered that in our word courses too. Again, that's another topic, but it's the same idea that you don't want to have to be going in all the time and messing with it. If you make a change up here, you just want things to be nice down here. So between the manual pagination with Control Enter and the automatic pagination with Keep with Next and Keep Lines Together, that should allow you some control in your document. Hope that helps. See you next time. Thanks for watching.